Good day. My name is Geyer and I am a lecturer at the University of Johannesburg. I lecture in the Faculty of Art, Design and Architecture in the Interior Design Department. This paper is co-authored with my colleague and senior lecturer, Andrew Gill. This presentation and upcoming paper describes the transformation of a design studio into a research laboratory to contribute to built environment knowledge. Our study is positioned in the physical context of Johannesburg. Johannesburg is the largest city in South Africa, classified as a megacity, and is one of the 50 largest urban areas in the world. It is the provincial capital and largest city of Gauteng, which is the wealthiest province in South Africa. In 2019, the population of the city of Johannesburg was 5,635,127, making it the most populous city in South Africa. The city was established in 1886 following the discovery of gold. The majority of the sites students in our fourth-year program choose are within the historical inner city central business district, as indicated in the red oval in the figure on the top right. There are many real-world problems present in the city as a result of spatial and socio-economic developments. These include mass urbanization, capital flight, and decentralization. The city reflects urban decay, a lack of infrastructure and management, and consequentially, a lack of heritage preservation. These urban problems present a variety of sites with which students can engage. Here you see the University of Johannesburg's Faculty of Art, Design and Architecture, more fondly known as the FADA building, which offers a well-established and well-recognized interior design program. The program structure entails an initial 3-year BA degree, followed by an optional 1-year BA honors degree. The focus of the honors degree has organically grown into addressing urban problems within the city of Johannesburg, within which our university is located. This study is positioned within this honors degree program, and it is structured around a project-based learning pedagogy. The learning outcomes of the program requires of students to identify spatial and or social problems confronting users of the city and propose how interior design can be used to address these problems. A solution to the problem is presented in the form of a design proposal aimed at improving the lives of the urban inhabitants. The students are required to submit a research report and the proposed design solution. This research report must include a problem statement, the aims and objectives of the study, the site, and a building analysis. Many of these social problems that our students identify are wicked problems in this sense. It becomes important for the student to understand if there is a spatial or design aspect to the problem, which is what the honors program requires they focus on. We are fully aware that interior design alone cannot resolve these problems, but it can perhaps contribute to solutions. Also, we must note that not all social problems are design problems. It is therefore critical that the problem the students identify is well defined. In order to ensure this, the students need to research it thoroughly. Their research plan entails a methodology adopting a pragmatic worldview approach to problem solving and a mixed methods research design, largely dependent on empirical methods, context analysis, and supported by theoretical principles. The theme for this conference has given us this opportunity to think about this research data and to reconsider the value of these books that have simply been piling up and how they can contribute to transforming the design studio into the research laboratory to promote teaching, learning, research, design, and environments. Over the many years, these research reports and associated solutions can now be considered as a valuable data source. Our sampling method will entail 10 years worth of projects, which is approximately 100 design proposals produced from the years 2010 to 2020. We will make use of research reports as the data source for our data collection method. Data extracted from the students' research reports is analyzed primarily according to the problem statement and the aim of the study, which is generally stated as to produce a design proposal for. The template on the right side of the slide reflects the tool we will use for data collection for this presentation and possibly for our paper, as will be seen in the proposals analyzed in the upcoming slides. So we will show you the examples, and each slide will provide the year, the title, the problem statement of the study, the aim, and the images will give you an understanding of the location, the existing building typology, and the new intended purpose as rendered or a 3D perspective perhaps of the student's work. The data collected will be analyzed by borrowing concepts of meta-analysis and systemic review to draw wider conclusions from quantitative and qualitative experimental research studies and to develop a more cumulative knowledge base. Subsequently, locations are mapped, existing building typologies, the nature of the identified problems, new intended purpose, and revitalization approaches are categorized. The analyzed data is going to be thematically quantified and presented statistically. The following slides indicate our initial testing of this method. For the purpose of this presentation and due to time constraints, we conduct a sampling of 7 randomly selected research reports from the last 10 years. These, therefore, become the examples of our study, the projects we have analyzed to date according to our collection method. In this, studies, of course, of critical importance is the aim, which in this particular project is stated as to produce a design proposal for a formalized fresh produce market that can provide a greater range of fresh produce to residents and tourists in the Johannesburg Central Business District. Another project we are looking at, which was completed in 2017, has the aim clearly stated as to produce a design proposal for a health enrichment center for the Mabeneng area to possibly meet the healthcare needs of the newly established community and aim to simultaneously contribute to strengthening the overall sustainable livability of the development. We looked at a project from 2016, and the aim of this project was stated as to produce a design proposal for the revitalization and preservation of Igoli Gas Works as an industrial heritage building in order to sensitively introduce current mixed-use interior design initiatives. Another project from a little bit further back in 2012 has the aim stated as to produce a design proposal for the refurbishment of the Norwood Police Station in Johannesburg. And as previously explained, you can clearly see a site plan indicating the location, the existing building typology, and then one of the interior renders produced by the student, which gives you an understanding of its new intended purpose, which in this case remains the police station. Although we have to understand it has then been refurbished. A 2016 project has an aim that states to produce a design proposal for a multifunctional craft center in which to conduct skills training, production, and sales of craft in Johannesburg. Another example we looked at has the aim stating to produce a design proposal for the adaptive reuse of the vacant building at 201 Commissioner Street into a mixed-use facility and contribute to greening the city. The seventh example that we looked at for this testing method has the aim stating to produce a design proposal for an extracurricular activity center. The proposed design will offer after-school extracurricular activities for learners in primary schools in the Newtown area of Johannesburg. This initial data analysis presents the following categories, which you will see in the upcoming slides, and these will be expanded and refined as our study progresses. These categories will be coded into broader themes to develop theories and assertions. On this particular slide, one of the categories which we have mentioned is mapping the location. As per the example on the slide, which will be further developed and refined, we will use an interactive map building tool to map the locations. Unique styled markers will be used to tag and categorize the individual sites. So here you can see a map of the Central Business District area of Johannesburg, and you can actually see how we have plotted the 7 locations of the projects that we have analyzed. We will categorize the collected data quantitatively into table format to produce statistical findings. On this slide, you can see the categories that have been presented as the existing building typology, the nature of the problem identified, and the student's revitalization approach or strategy. And we have managed to identify specific codes and then statistically, through our analysis, present them. We will further analyze the data into broader categories and themes to develop the theories and assertions. This slide shows how we will initially code, in this case, the new typology, and create broader categories. We will then analyze further to identify the relevant themes. The findings have potential value in making the design studio function as a research laboratory, to establish a database for incoming students, and for entrepreneurs, urban planners and developers, architects, designers, researchers, and academics in the built environment field. By identifying and analyzing this trend in the students' work, we posit an alternative approach to theoretically position interior studies in the urban domain. We do hope to present our completed research project at a future AMPS conference or a similar platform. Here are a few of the sources we would like to acknowledge specifically for this presentation. Thank you to the organizers for providing us with the opportunity to present this study, and to the viewers and to our peers. We look forward to the remaining presentations in the conference and to our upcoming paper. Thank you.